Day 12 of Patriots training camp just wrapped up, and we have Christopher Price to help us break it all down. Now, Chris, welcome in. It was our first joint practice of the season. Talk to me about the biggest takeaways.
There were a lot of takeaways. I think this was one of the more entertaining days of training camp so far. We saw a fight. We saw two fights. Maybe not fights, but scraps. Let's call them scraps instead. Mike Vrabel jumped in, got a little bloodied. We saw Trevion Henderson, I think, was at the bottom of the pile of one of those as well. After practice, a lot of guys just kind of dismissed it. They said, that's football, no worries. So it doesn't appear that there's a whole lot of bad blood between the two teams. But the other big takeaway, the Patriots offense, I thought looked very, very impressive today, particularly in red zone work. There was a lot of tempo stuff. They looked really, really good today. It was a big step forward for the New England offense this afternoon.
Yeah, watching Drake May kind of attack the Commanders defense, it was really great to see, and it's a really good preview for Friday's game.
It really is. I think it sets up well for Friday. We talked to Mike Vrabel beforehand. He wouldn't commit to having the starters play 10 snaps, 20 snaps, a series, two series, whatever the case may be. But I think the work that we saw out here today might set them up for maybe, 10 snaps, maybe not a whole lot of work in the preseason opener. But again, I thought it was a really good day for the offense. The defense, kind of a bit of a mixed bag. But I think when you look at what the offense did today, I think it certainly sets up very well going into the weekend, the first preseason game of the year.
Now, on the other side of the ball, the Patriots defense is being attacked by a very aggressive Commanders offense, electric, some might say. Can you talk to me about what you saw from the Patriots defense today?
First of all, I love Jaden Daniels, and I love what he does. The throwing ability, just tossing it out there, 40 yards with a flick of a wrist. He's an electric performer. I think if the Commanders had another wide receiver or two in that offense, they'd be very impressive. I don't know what the future holds for Terry McLaurin, but they need to get more guys around him. Again, I think the defense played well today, but I'm going to be curious to see how the Patriots go about defending him in the preseason opener. Again, I don't think he's going to play a lot of snaps, but I think it's going to be a decent test just to see where they are at this stage of the summer.
Now, Jonathan Jones and Dietrich Wise having a homecoming this week. Can you talk to me a little bit about them returning to New England?
I can't speak rationally. I'll be honest, I can't speak rationally about Jonathan Jones and Dietrich Wise. Two of my favorite guys to cover over the last 5, 6, 7 years here in New England. Just both guys were pros. Just, they were just smart, intelligent, just always willing to talk with us. Good, bad, whatever the case may be. It was great to see them today, great to catch up with them today. I love the fact that Jonathan Jones got into it with the New England fans. He talked about being the villain now as opposed to where he was over the last few years. But again, great to see those two guys. So important to the success of the Patriots the last few years. Really, two of the last guys when we were here, in addition to Joe Cardona, the long snapper, who were Super Bowl winners. So it's kind of the end of an era when you see these guys here. You can remember what the Patriots used to be like. So again, great experience, fantastic to see them, and I wish them nothing but the best down the road.
Great to see them for sure. Now, we talked about it earlier, but the feistiness and the fights on the field. Mike Vrabel even got in there and got cut up. Talk to me about that a little bit more.
It's funny because for years and years here, when you would fight, you would get kicked out of practice. And I had one guy tell me, who was on that Patriots team a few years ago, the reason that Julian Edelman would fight because he would want to get kicked out of practice. I don't think we saw anyone kicked out of practice today. Like we said before, I know Trevion Henderson was in there. I think Kayshon Boutte was also part of the mix. No one got kicked out of practice. So maybe that's all part of a new era here in New England. But it was good to see a level of feistiness. It was fun. It was fun to see the coach in there getting bloody. There were 2 years ago. I don't like to read too much into training camp fights because 2 years ago when they were out in Green Bay, there was literally a fight, and I'm not lying here, like every 5 minutes between the Patriots and the Packers, and we all thought that was setting the stage for a great Patriot season, a physical defense. Turns out they go 4-13. So I don't want to read too much into it, but again, I think it's fun. I think it breaks up training camp. No one gets hurt, and you get the great visual with a coach with blood kind of coming down the side of his head.
And Will Campbell, he was seen throwing a commander down on the ground. I forgot who it was, but that is a big sign for him being a rookie coming into this offense.
Exactly, yeah. And the other thing, too, about Campbell, and it's important to note here, we talked to Dietrich Wise a little bit about him and about what he saw. He went head-to-head going up against Will Campbell on a number of snaps out here today. He liked him. He said he's physical. He gets after it. He's got a good base. It's clear he's a rookie, but he's still learning. So it's interesting to hear that from someone on another team give a scouting report to the Patriots' first-round pick.
Great to see from such a well-known veteran in the New England area. Christopher Price, thank you so much for joining us.